Hello you lovely people, welcome back to my channel. And I'll tell you what guys, I got a doozy for you this time. Oh yeah, in front of your very eyes is a handheld that a lot of you will know and a lot of you won't at all. This is literally considered the most unsuccessful handheld of all time. And it's not because it was a bad product, no, not at all. It is a fantastic product and very ahead of its time. Not only could this play games, it could also do video, it could do music, it has a camera, and it has GPS, which means there is actually sat-nav software for this baby. And it comes into other little bits and bobs later on as well of what was planned for this machine. Now it came out in 2005, and like I said, a lot of you will know this machine. It is the Tiger Telematic Gizmondo. So fantastic guys, the idea behind it all, but there's a very good reason why it is so notorious, and yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute. But I thought first of all, shall we just take a look a bit at some of the promotional videos and things like that, interviews and stuff. Shall we do that first, so you get familiar with the Gizmondo?
Gizmondo is one of the first commercial devices that's using the NVIDIA GeForce 3D 4500 chip that we just recently released. It became commercially available in November, the Gizmondo device, and it should start shipping in volume here in about another month.
Tell us a little bit more about the Gizmondo itself.
Gizmondo is based in the UK, and they're releasing a gaming device that does a lot of multimedia capabilities, video, audio, GPS navigation, GPRS for text messaging, and of course, great 3D gaming powered by the NVIDIA chip.
Do you know the current title list that's out at the moment?
They've got a launch title list of around 6 to 8 titles. Actually, they've recently purchased a game developer called Warthog out of the UK, and they're developing a lot of titles, including Richard Burns Rally, one of their popular games from PlayStation 2.
What other devices are using the GeForce chip?
Well, NVIDIA's been working with lots of different companies in the handheld arena, including phone manufacturers, handheld game devices, and PDAs. We've been working with manufacturers like Samsung and LG, Mytek, Sendo, Motorola. Actually, the Motorola phone in Europe has been recently shipping and includes one of our GeForce 4000 chips, which has great video capabilities and camera functionality and 2D graphics.
Do you see NVIDIA taking a lead in the mobile graphics market in terms of the gaming side as that has the PC side?
Yeah, without a doubt. Just the same way that we've been working with console manufacturers like Microsoft Xbox and Sony's next generation console, we're looking at providing the same level of graphics performance capabilities inside of our handheld arena as well. We now have phenomenal 3D graphics similar to what you would have found on a PC a couple years ago in a handheld device at 1/1000th of the power, so that you get a long battery life and long talk time and standby time. So NVIDIA will be supplying these kind of level of graphics to these manufacturers moving forward into game devices that you carry around with you. So you can imagine in 2 years' time the power of an Xbox in your hand, being able to play it anywhere you go.
What kind of battery life do you see on the Gizmondo at the moment?
Right now I think we're seeing mostly between 6 to 8 hours of battery life. But of course that depends on the backlight and whether you've got your Bluetooth active and all kinds of other aspects.
What is the current availability of the Gizmondo and the price range?
So what they told me is that they launched in November, and they're looking to ship to retail stores in the next month or so, with a US launch probably by April or so. And they're looking at launching at a price point probably around $399, but they've been quoted as saying that with some of their smart advertising and some of the other subsidy type things that they can do, that it might be as low as a $99 price point by the end of the year.
Thanks, Brian.
How you guys doing?
Doing all right, good. We got in your hand right there, you have a crazy new handheld device. What you got there? What is this thing?
Gentleman is called the Gizmondo.
Whoa.
Yeah. Ooh.
Whoa.
No,
Ooh.
yeah.
What is that all about?
Well, this is a new handheld slash mobile gaming device produced by Tiger Telematics, actually.
Okay.
That's not the LCD version of
I don't think so. No.
Double Dragon.
Of Double Dragon, yeah.
No,
or Afterburner.
Different Tiger.
Entirely different company.
Okay.
This is a handheld that runs Windows CE.
Try to hold it still as you could, please, for our camera. Appreciate
absolutely.
it. Yeah,
Sorry.
no problem.
Windows CE for its operating system, and it's got an NVIDIA graphics accelerator. It's called the GoForce 4500, and it packs between 1 and 2 megabytes of video RAM on that thing.
So what you're saying is the whole purpose of this is a new, basically, handheld. They're trying to compete with like the PSP or the DS.
Well, that's unclear. You know, it's when you ask them, they'll say that it's actually more of a mobile gaming device. It's a convergence device, you know, because this actually has a mobile data capability, so it communicates over a cell phone network, which is something that the DS and the PSP can't do.
That's true.
And it has some other nifty features like, you know, a camera, as you can see right here.
There you go.
Turn it around here. There we go. Yeah, there's the camera. Yeah, and it also has GPS technology, you know, kind of thing that you have in your Lexus. Tells you how to get to In-N-Out Burger.
Yes,
You drive it around.
when I drive my Lexus around.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's useful for me. But so, I mean, part of that what makes that cool is that they're actually going to do like location-based gaming.
Yeah, actually, I know of 2 titles.
Well, first, actually, before I threw that out there, location-based gaming
Sure.
means what?
Okay, so you got a bunch of satellites up in the sky,
Okay.
basically, and they're beaming this positioning signal down, so you can pinpoint your location over the entire Earth to, like, I don't know, 1 foot accuracy, something like that. Military grade, but
So basically, what you're saying is that the games will depend on where you are.
yeah, you can actually
Where your
walk
actual
around.
Physical location will affect the game that you're playing.
Absolutely. There's this one game called Colors where supposedly, we haven't seen this, but you'll be able to walk around and control virtual turf and mess up punks that come onto your turf.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That sounds really wild. So what are you
Totally.
showing us here right now? What are we
All right, so this is a game called Johnny Whatever right
Okay.
here. Let's see.
Still
Got-
gotta get a little shout out there.
yeah.
Perfect.
There you
Is that
go.
all right? Okay.
I remember Johnny Whatever. It was first announced a little bit ago by like Warthog, Texas, I think, and it was supposed to be like a concept for a next-gen game.
Yeah.
And they were playing with Xbox controllers, but now
It's on the
Gizmondo.
Yeah, that's because I believe that Warthog actually became one of Gizmondo's studios in Texas. And this is actually kind of a neat idea for a game. You're a punk rocker in the near future after England's been taken over by a fascist dictatorship run by robots called the Iron Royals. Excuse me.
Nice.
Yeah, and you use your nuclear guitar. Nuclear?
Sure.
Yeah, nuclear guitar to blast these robots into pieces.
So you're creating anarchy with rock.
Yeah, no, exactly.
In the future.
Anarchy in the UK.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, this is also one of the things in this game is that there's actual like licensed music and songs in the game. Is that right?
Yeah, actually, there's a karaoke mode where you can play. It's almost like a little rhythm game where you have Johnny play guitar by pressing the buttons, and you can play along with the Sex Pistols. I believe the Cranberries is in there.
Weird.
A little unusual.
Well, yeah, they're against the British establishment, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, they're a quieter sort of rebel, but
Zombie. And
Totally.
their bombs and their guns, yeah.
yeah. But later on in this game, if you play through it a little bit, they have this wild sequence where it's basically this scripted thing where you fight a bunch of robot bobbies with the British cops. Yeah. And yeah, you basically go through this whole song and dance routine and destroy them, which is really cool.
Cool.
Fantastic.
We got a bunch of questions coming in about the Gizmondo itself. The game looks good. Now, one of the questions we got right now, Steven Chen from Miami, Florida, GameSpot Complete members keep sending your questions, by the way. He wants to know how heavy is the unit? If you could, compare it to this little thing I had over here, my PSP. Which is heavier? What's the comparison? What are we looking at?
Well, truthfully, like the Gizmondo is actually surprisingly light. for a portable. It's one of the first things you notice when you pick it up. It feels sturdy, but almost like it's kind of hollow or something. And PSP is actually pretty light too for its size. So I would say that the Gizmondo is a little bit lighter than the PSP.
And it's definitely smaller. Well, it seems like it's less. The width is
it's
less.
Smaller but
a
thicker.
little bit taller and a little bit thicker.
Screen's a little smaller.
Screen's smaller.
Take a look at
Eric
that.
Simmons in Delaware. Do you see the Gizmondo becoming a real factor in the battle of handhelds, or will it be the next N-Gage?
Ooh.
So basically, I get,
Softly.
let me rephrase this question. Is this going up against the PSP and the DS and the Game Boy, or is it going up against cell phones and the N-Gage?
Okay, well, I don't even think Gizmondo really knows that, and we're just going to really have to see how it shakes out with retail, when this thing comes out on August 11th.
That was my next question.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Gosh. Yeah. So it comes out on August 11th.
But
Now,
it's already out in the UK.
It is out in the UK. It's been out in the UK for a couple months now.
now it's a little expensive, right?
It is a little on the expensive side.
How much does it cost?
Okay, so there are two ways you can buy the Gizmondo. You can buy it just straight up for $400, $399, or you can get you can opt into a special Smart advertising program, and in that case it'll be $230. And the Gizmondo will actually download, I believe, at least 3 advertisements a day and show them to you, and they'll be targeted advertisements, and it'll probably be at the base level of the operating system. So it's not going to interrupt anything you're doing. It's not going to pop up in the middle of the game and start, I don't know, shilling motor oil or something like that.
Sure, why not?
But there will be.
There will be a second version. Yeah.
Different model.
Yeah.
Cool. August 11th. You want to take 2 more questions, and we'll send you on your way?
Sure.
Sweet. Mike in Donna, Texas. The battery. How long does it last? Is it a good battery?
The battery's not bad. I would say it's probably a little bit under the PSP, depending on what kind of game you're playing. However, this thing, the Gizmondo, uses SD cards, which have no moving parts. So it can get away with having a smaller battery. It's basically the size of a cell phone battery.
Cool. And one last question from Justin in Omaha, Nebraska. How much will games cost for the system?
We don't know. That's actually a big
Very
question
good
mark.
question, yeah.
Yep.
Great. Well, thanks a lot, Steve.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah, we'll see more on there's currently a lot of coverage for the Gizmondo on the site right now.
Absolutely. We'll have a launch feature together in a couple weeks.
All right.
Best to give me that loyalty. Best to give me that loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. My head in my hands, listen up, says my teacher.
400 megahertz processor together with a 64-bit graphics accelerator makes the games in this machine very, very good.
First of all, it's a multi-entertainer and it's handheld and it's very powerful. And this enables us to add a lot of different functions to the device.
That means that you can play games on it, you can listen to music, you can watch movies. They could be stored on the SD card, which is external. The memory can get up to 1 gigabyte in memory. You can communicate via Bluetooth or via GPRS. You can take pictures with the camera, send it as an SMS or an MMS.
You would like to do all of this with one device instead to carry around a lot of things in your pockets. On the left side you got your cell phone, you got your digital camera, etc., etc. With this device you will be able to do it all. I mean, listen to the soundtrack, watch the movie and play the game.
The GPS feature in the Gizmondo can always tell you on street level exactly where you are.
The GPS is a killer application in the device. And well, first of all, The thing to have a GPS included in the multi-entertainer is something unique, never done before. I mean, as a GPS, you can use it for positioning and so forth. Then, as well, we include it in a gaming environment. We are currently developing game situations where you will have the GPS as a factor. I'm talking about a third dimension in gaming. I mean, for the first time, you will have elements of the game taking place outside the screen.
Never in gaming history have you had the chance to play with a GPS inside a product like this. Now you can play with your physical situation in a game. That means that your location or the environment you are in can affect the game.
We're just starting this process now, and we don't know how far this development can go. We're using the Windows CE platform provided to us by Microsoft, and that platform has a lot of goodies.
Everything that runs on a Windows computer can actually run in this device.
We're talking now about the multi-entertainer, but it's a game. It's a game because it's out there to make people enjoy themselves and to play together. I mean, with the powerful engine that it has and the platform, we will have a device that you can play on the way to work, on the way to school, whatever, multiplayer through Bluetooth with your friends, including the GPS where you can play outside the screen as well. I mean, the third dimension. This is one of the very important factors that makes this a new era mobile gaming.
I think that the Gizmondo, with all its features in one place or in one machine, has a position for the consumers. I think it will be a very interesting battle between us, Sony, Nintendo, Nokia and maybe some others. But I think that we will turn out well.
We are a very dedicated team. And we are working around the clock and have been doing so for quite some while now. So the closer we get to the goal, the more excited we're gonna get. And yeah, I think that we will overwhelm all the public out there.
Start hitting the American market from January onwards at the CES show, which is it's just an amazing show. Also, Microsoft is going to have a massive presence there. We're going to be featured on their stand as well. I know Bill Gates is doing a big opening address at the start of CES, so if we get mentioned, that would be great. Keep the big guns in reserve. And those are waiting. Those are there, signed, seals, just ready to announce.
So if the Gizmondo is having to compete against a portable PlayStation 2, then racing games like this will be going up against games like GTA, which isn't a very fair fight, to be fair.
Believe you me, whenever you speak to anyone here, any doubts are always met with a very confident smile. It's no secret we have a very good working relationship with Microsoft. We've also signed a deal for a number of games from the Microsoft stable. Those include Mech Assault, Age of Empires and its Mr. Pans, with more being announced in the near future. There are no comments at this time regarding any of the rumours regarding Halo.
This is a handheld machine that purports to be more than just a games console.
It plays MPEG-4 movies. It's also an audio player, so using Windows Media Player. Anything that your PC would play, this unit will play as well. It also comes with a contract-free SIM card, which allows you to send and receive picture and text messages. And it's also got a digicamera on the back to take a photo, and you can send that on.
So we can take a photo of the Gizmo offices here, click it, you get the nice little camera noise, and then we have a masterpiece.
everyone that comes along, they look at the games and they look at the music, they look at the video and go, wow. And then when you tell them about the satellite navigation and what you can do with the GPS, they're just flabbergasted. The way it works is it will take your pinpointed position and include that as a game feature. An example of where we're using this at the moment is a game called Colours. The game Colours is really a gang warfare game. The way it works is you set up a geo-fence around your favoured location. That could be at home, it could be at work, it could be somewhere you just hang out. Anyone coming into that fenced off area sets off a signal to your Gizmondo, and basically you take it on as a challenge on your territory, and you have to battle it out.
This is the story of the bumblebee. Its wings are too small and its body too big. According to all principles, it's too heavy for its wings. It just can't fly. But no one has told this to the bumblebee. So it flies and flies. He doesn't care much about principles, do you?
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Hey Josh.
New tattoo?
Yeah.
It means dragon.
Mine means eternal life.
This is playing, was it music, it's got the GPS and the smart ads, that's really cool. I think £129 is pretty good for all those features.
3-play,
GPS system, films,
a camera. It's just things that I want. You've got everything, and normally you would pay that much for just a digital camera.
It's targeted for individuals who are, lead interesting lives, the people about town, so obviously those are the kind of ads we'll get.
Just didn't travel.
I just get so much back. There's no reason why you wouldn't want them.
When I was a kid, I didn't think anything was impossible.
It's like TV advertising, but obviously on TV you can't, specify what you want to see. So with this, it's great because it's similar, but you actually have everything tailored towards your interests.
With the adverts you get on the Gizmondo, at least you're seeing what you want.
I think the advertising
it's cool because obviously it's targeted towards you as an individual, as opposed to ordinary TV advertising, which is mass market.
But then Impossible came at me in a different way. It ain't that big a deal. I'm still on 4 wheels.
Quite like TV ads. It's quite scary actually. It seems like something out of Back to the Future.
It's a bit impressed with the fact that these adverts are designed for you.
I enjoy the sportswear ads is the things I enjoy the most. It's pretty tailored to you.
Because like, if you're a fan of this thing, they send you that.
CDs is always a good one.
There's only 3 a day.
Appeal to all different types of markets.
I mean, it's not like spam or anything.
I like the fact that they actually send you freebies.
Very quick and easy.
Offers straight down to the handset.
The offers are a voucher that can be shown on the Gizmondo screen.
You've made me suffer.
The second sort is a barcode.
At the end you've got a barcode where you can actually take it into your shop and redeem it.
And the barcode is scannable straight from the Gizmondo screen.
Trust your body. It's a blazing 40 degrees outside, so why not cool off with some refreshing Sprite? And get 2 for 1 just by showing this barcode at your local 7-Eleven.
And direct them to the store through the GPS tracking, and when they get there, the barcode can be scanned, the sale can be tracked, and the effectiveness of the ad can be realized.
Your current position is indicated by the flashing green dot on your GPS screen.
Basically, they're like kind of normal adverts you got on TV, but you actually get something from them as opposed to them just watch it.
You're going to get offers straight down to the handset.
Think about, you get 2 for 1 on a Sprite.
You can actually do something about it. It'll tell you where to go to actually get that offer in the vicinity.
Really good value.
Definitely impressed by the quality.
They're fresh, they're stuff I would want to see. They're young, they're
Pictures ran really smoothly.
Really well made.
There's no boring insurance ads.
Don't have any complaints about that.
It's very us, it's very cool.
They're very good, they're fun, interesting, they're funky.
You see, I've got an interest in fashion, so I get, smart ads specifically tailored for me. It's brilliant.
It won't take very long before the value of the offers that you've been sent, if redeemed, would actually pay for the £129 of the console anyway.
Reach your audience one-to-one with triple impact by combining the best of TV advertising, direct mail, and direct marketing.
Hey, Josh. New tattoo? Yeah, it means dragon.
Mine means eternal life.
Trust your instincts. Be yourself. Sprite.
trust your body. It's a blazing 40 degrees outside, so why not cool off with some refreshing Sprite? And get 2 for 1 just by showing this barcode at your local 7-Eleven. Your current position is indicated by the flashing green dot on your GPS screen. Smart ads. Own the pocket.
Right, so there you go, guys, as you can see. Yeah, they had some high expectations for this baby, didn't they? The biggest thing, of course, was smart ads, because there was 2 versions of this machine, as was being talked about a little bit in that last video there. Yeah, they were going to introduce the smart ads version, which was going to cost you a hell of a lot less, as you heard there. So they just flash you free adverts during the course of the day. It won't disrupt anything, it'll just be when you turn it on or whatever. But of course, it never came to anything. And so the original buyers of the Gizmondo, the ones who bought the full one, if you like, with the black bezel, they were very, very disappointed and very angry because, yeah, smart ads never became a thing in the end, which was a bloody shame, really. But, like I said, guys, good reasons for it. Now, I call this a English cross Swedish handheld, because a Tiger Telematic, sometimes wrongly put up on Wikipedia and places like that as the company name being Gizmondo, but it wasn't. That was the name of this handheld. The actual company was called Tiger Telematic. And the chairman of that company was Carl Freer. Now, he was an entrepreneur from Sweden, so that's why we got the Swedish connection here. But the Swedish connection gets even deeper. Now, he had a background in the industry, guys, in mobile industry as such. So, good man to be there. But then along came another guy called Stefan Eriksson. Now, he also Swedish, guys, and he came from Uppsala in Sweden. And as time went on, it was becoming quite obvious to a hell of a lot of people who looked into him that he had a very shady past, shall we say, guys. He was, in fact, before he got involved with the Gizmondo, he was, in fact, the leader of the Uppsala Mafia. Yeah, boy, eh? You couldn't make this up, could you? You really couldn't. And, yeah, things started to go wrong from there on in. Now, it had a very, very limited run in the States. It had a, pretty prominent run here in the UK. Its home base, this is where its head office was, in the UK. This is why it is considered an English handheld. They even had a store on Regent Street, guys. Check these pictures out.
Best to give me that loyalty. Best to give me that loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
See what I mean? They all went all in, guys. At first, it looked like an absolute dream. Nobody thought that this would be complete and utter vaporware, and it wasn't. I've got one right in front of me, and this is not the only one I own either. So yeah, it wasn't vaporware, it was a real thing. They even had a store. They even had pop-up stores in America where it was released a little bit of time later. But yeah, as such, it only had a limited run in Sweden. Pretty good run here in the UK. Chains like John Lewis and Argos were selling it at the time. And then a limited run in the States. But it only lasted to the end of 2006. So not very long, because it all came out in the end that the whole thing, even though it has a product, a very good product, and even a tiny library of games, it was actually a big con, really, because the money started going missing, guys. Now we're talking, just an amazing amount of money. Millions and millions were sort of like, not only put in by the company themselves, which they then squandered, but also from companies like MTV. Just absolutely incredible. The amount of companies that were fleeced over this, that never ever saw their money again. And they started filing lawsuits by the end of 2006. So by that time, Stefan Eriksson had been moved over to America, which America is still shocked about to this day, that somebody with his record would even get into the bloody country. He decided, when the things were getting very hot under the collar, to do a runner in Malibu, down the motorway, if you like, or the freeway, whatever, in a flipping racing car, and he crashed it. And here's some pictures of that. What an end to this story, eh? So he was jailed, off he went. He went to jail for that. Big old story about that as well, because it only fits two people. When they got there, he claimed the driver was a German called Dietrich, I think, and he'd done a runner apparently. Nobody could find him. He'd gone off into the hills of Malibu. And there was him and this other guy just sitting there. Pretty obvious they were both in the car, eh? And probably Stefan driving it, because he'd actually entered another, exactly the same car, guys, an Enzo, but in grey, not red like that picture, for a Le Mans race with Gizmondo written all over it, advertising the handheld. So yeah, we got a funny feeling he might have been the driver, eh? So off he went to prison. Tiger Telematics and Gizmondo, the brand, went into liquidation. The shop shut, and that was the end of that. Now, there was kind of things going around in about 2007 or so, might have been a bit earlier, that Carl Freer was trying to release the Gizmondo again, but it came to nothing. That literally was vaporware, guys. So there's a bit of history on all this. Now, what's my history with it? Well, and why do I love it so much? Why is it my favourite handheld of all time? Because it is, guys, of all time. But it's because of a bit of a history connection with myself here. Now, I was a member of the Gizmondo forums back in the day. And we had all the non-release commercial games and demos and what have you given to us when it all went pear-shaped. Carl Freer gave them to us. So we had our hands on games that never actually made it to production. It was fantastic. And those games are still available today, because we just put them out to everybody so that the few people who did own a Gizmondo could get their hands on those games and enjoy them and get a little bit more life out of it. We also worked on the emulators, and so you had things like Mega Drive and SNES and all that, and even a very basic running kind of PlayStation. There was emulators to keep you busy as well. So we were breathing life into this console that had been completely and utterly screwed people over. Everybody who bought it was basically screwed, weren't they? What a bloody shame. Like I said, so revolutionary for its time. With all the things it could do, text messaging and photo messaging, music, video, games that were the quality well surpassed of PlayStation. Yeah, what an absolutely fantastic thing. You know, you could put it in your car with the cradle and use it as a sat-nav. Wicked. Which is why another company, big company here in the UK, Maplin, sold it, because it was sold as a sat-nav over there. So yeah, that's my history with it. You know, we worked on it to crack it. We got a custom firmware on there, which is known as Service Pack B. And we could run all this unsigned stuff, including, of course, the ones that were released, the commercial games that did hit John Lewis and Argos and all that. We could even play those. So that has made this very, very expensive indeed. It certainly has. To buy one that is fully boxed in mint condition, which is going to be very, very hard pressed, because there's something here I want to talk about, an urban legend about this machine, because of people on YouTube, big channels like Guru Larry and what have you. There is a belief that they are literally melting in your hands. This is absolute and utter bollocks, guys. As much as I love Larry, and I do apologise, Larry, you know what your name is. Yeah, it's not true. It was coated in that usual rubbery texture that, you know, so many things were of that period, 2005. You know, all the way around it, it was covered in that. And that tends to degrade. It's got a chemical in it that makes it degrade over time, and you just wipe it off, guys. You either use something like alcohol rub, or you can just use a pack of wet wipes. Yeah, bit of elbow grease and a pack of wet wipes, and that all wipes off. And then it's hard plastic underneath. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It is not melting. So yeah, that's one thing. The batteries are all dying. That is very true. And unless you want to hack some kind of mobile phone battery by soldering a few bits on it and what have you, it's not really going to happen. You won't get a replacement for it because it's a very odd battery. So yeah, most people have it powered up like I have here. With a charger. You do have to have the old battery in there, but you can use it. So yeah. Oh, what a fantastic machine, but it's become so expensive. And to get one in mint condition is, well, in my opinion, impossible, because they've all got that problem with the stickiness if you don't, because literally it sticks to your hands if you don't get that off. So yeah, quite deep pockets, guys. If you wanted to pick one of these up, they can go for anything over £1,000. If they're fully boxed like new. And with stickiness, no doubt, unless it's been removed already. So yeah, and the games are expensive as well, guys. You can pay anything up to £200, £300, depending on what game it is. There was only a handful released officially, of course, like I said. But yeah, there we go. That is the story of it. But let's take a look around this machine. So here we have metal buttons, guys. So the action buttons here, like play, back, you know, and then you fast forward and what have you kind of buttons there. They're all metal. So is the D-pad. And a lot of people looked at that D-pad and thought it wasn't a very nice D-pad, but I can promise you it is. It's a lovely D-pad. It feels nice under your thumb. Then it has the two shoulder buttons, the left and the right. There we go. Then you have these here. This is like your home button, your power on. There's your light to adjust the light. There's your volume, and this one, I've never been too sure what that one's for, to be honest. It might have had something to do with smart ads or something, because this is the smart ads version, as it would have been if it would have ever become a thing. Now, on the bottom, you have your SD slot, and it's a standard size SD, not micro or anything. You have a connector for your PC. Now that is a very old style that you would have used in a PSP to connect that to your PC. It has a very small barrel charging cable. And there's your headphone jack. So that is that there. Yeah, that tells you there, look, it's power. Right, and then we're talking, here. Oh, I nearly forgot, guys, front facing speaker. But it's a very good speaker, even though it's only mono. It is very good. Around the back we have the camera. Now you can see the shoulder buttons a bit better, like stems running down the back there. You have the battery flat there with Gizmondo written on it and their website at the bottom there. And that is about it. Yep, that is about it. fantastic unit. I am, like I said, in love with it for various reasons, as I explained already. But yeah, shall we turn this baby on and take a look at the menu for a start? Right, so here we go. We're on the menu. And first of all, you can see there, guys, let's pull it in a bit. You've got games, you've got movies, you've got music, you have messaging, you've got GPS and web. You have camera, images, contacts, applications and settings. And then where smart ads would have been right at the bottom there, but of course it's not highlighted. Let's go down to applications first and I'll show you something there. So here we go. So there you got, run applications, which isn't highlighted because there's nothing, it's all there already. Alarm clock, calendar, currency, converter, and Bluetooth. Receive menu. So that's kind of cool as well. Let's go back. Then you got where you could put your contacts if you wanted to. There we are. I've got nothing in there. So yeah, but that's where you could put them if you wanted to. A camera and images, there's probably going to be something on here, I should think. Oh no, it's just gone into camera there. So that's fine, yeah. Camera is not a very good camera, guys, but it'll, yeah, for the time it was all right, I suppose. Let's come out of that. Then we got the GPS. I won't go into that because I haven't got the sat-nav software on here at the moment. Messaging, that is where your messages will go once you text messaging. And music. And movies, like I said, yeah, and games. Right, so let's go into games. Now, just quickly, actually, just let you know about this whole setup here. You can change that in the settings and give it a different colour and what have you. Yeah, I think there's a choice of like pink, grey, blue, all that red and whatever that you can use, but it will have the same image, of course, unless you want to set your own image, one that you've taken. So you can do that. So, right, let's go in. And here we go, guys. This is a memory card that is a naughty memory card. It has all the games on it already. So yeah, a bit naughty. But we'll go where I think is about the top. Come on, you bugger. Here we go. Yeah, there we are. So we're at the top here. Now, this was a demo. That was a fantastic unreleased game, Ball Buster. You have Carmageddon. You have Catapult, which was again a demo of the augmented reality, really. I mean, it was that advanced already, guys, that you could do that. Then you got Chicane, which later on got ported to iOS and became Fast Lane Street Racing. Then we have Classic Compendium 2. We have Colours, which is a Grand Theft Auto style game, quite notorious. Then we have Conflict in Vietnam. We have Fat Hammer Classics, which is 4 fantastic games in one. You have FIFA Football 2005. You have Hit and Myth, again, what an absolutely fantastic game, a run and gun game. Then you have Hockey Rage 2005. Then we have Interstellar Flames 2, which is a shoot 'em up, brilliant one. Jump, which again is just a demo of what could have been, absolutely fantastic. We've got Pocket Ping Pong 2005. That is a really fun game. It's just ping pong, guys, but with half-naked ladies. Then we have Pod Points of Destruction. That is a fantastic shooter. Very, very different. Fantastic music to it. Then we have Richard Burns Rally. We have SSX3. Yeah, absolutely incredible, isn't it, that this was already on this fantastic handheld, guys. Brilliant. Sticky Ball is a very fun puzzle game where you shoot balls, basically, and stick them together. Then another demo, guys, Supernaturals. Never got off the ground in the end, unfortunately, past the demo. Then we're down to Toy Golf, which is a fantastic mini golf game. And Trailblazer, which was originally on the C64 and what have you, but got remade for the Gizmondo. This is the ultimate version of this game, guys. It has also been released onto the PSP Minis, but doesn't look as fantastic as this version. And that's it. There we are. That's all the games. So yeah, I mean, what do these games look like when they load up? Shall we just try like about 3 of them? Here we go. Let's load up Trailblazer, the one I've just been spewing about how wonderful it is. Let's have a look. There we go, guys. I haven't got it too loud. I thought I'd just show you like that. Let's go into it and play a game. Yeah, let's do that. We got arcade, easy. Yeah. And I'll just show you kind of what you do here. Here we go. Oh, you bugger. But if anybody knows this game already from the C64, you will know that this is a much better version. Oh, bomb died. Oh, and again. It's very hard to film, guys, and play at the same time, unfortunately. But yeah, you got the basics of it there. Out of time. Oh dear. But yeah, absolutely awesome game. Once you play it sensibly, that is, of course, not like I've been doing. Right, so let's just skip through all that and let's come out of it. Back, and exit to OS. And we'll take a look at another game. Right, guys, let's take a look at Sticky Balls, another absolutely fantastic game on the Gizmondo, and it's never been on anything else, which is such a damn shame. You see Gizmondo Studios Manchester on this one. You gotta hear this song all the way through, guys. It's cool and very funny. So as you can see, guys, absolutely hilarious, that intro there. Really, really cool. But yeah, what a fantastic game it is as well, as I will show you quickly now. There we go. Now it's literally, it's almost like a pool table or a snooker table. So you turn around, obviously like this, and then you can adjust where you want to hit. And then you press that shoulder button and whack the stick together. Simple as that. And you've got to clear the field, of course. Again, there we go. I think we're going to get that one straight away. There we go. Very cutesy looking. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Right, but shall we take a look at another game? Right, guys, the last game we'll look at for this video at least is Pod Points of Destruction. Absolutely fantastic shooter, like I said earlier, very different kind of shooter as well. So here we go. As you can see, Gizmondo Studios Manchester again. Now just listen to that music, guys, absolutely wicked. Very suitable for this game, as you're about to see. Here we go. Let's have a quick game. So you're basically this little thing who's shooting about all over the place here. You're supposed to blow up everything that comes down the screen at you. and across the screen at you. You get your power-ups, which you grab to get more powerful, of course. But this is very, very hard to actually play over the viewfinder. Let's pull it in a little bit more for you so you can see it a bit better. You can move up further like this, of course. Oh, I missed that power-up there, which is a shame. But yeah, what a fantastic game this is, guys. It's a bit like Space Invaders in a way, with a grid system instead. And you can move up and down, like Space Invaders and Gallagher and all that. But yeah, it's like almost like a modern take on it, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. If you're a fan of this kind of game like I am, love it. Love this kind of game, always have. But yeah, there you go, guys. That is Pod, Points of Destruction. So all you do if you want to quit the game, guys, is just go here. Like that, it takes you to the menu and you can go down to quit. There we go, quit there. Yes, I do wish to quit. And yeah, and then it takes you back here. And then you can go here and quit to OS. There we are. Brilliant, and you're back there. So yeah, there you go, guys. Did you already know about the Gizmondo? Or is this a new one to you? Had you heard all that story I told already before about the old upper scala mafia from Sweden and how their leader became one of their top dogs in the company? And yeah, did you actually know that the company's called Tiger Telematic and not just Gizmondo, as it keeps being put up on the internet, which is an absolute load of old crap? No, the company's Tiger Telematic. And the Gizmondo is the unit itself. So yeah, bit of a misconception going around out there. And the fact that they claim it's melting. Yeah, it really looks like it's melting. Can't you see it dripping off my hands? It's not flaming melting. I wish people would stop saying that. It is not true. It has a rubber coating on it. Like I said earlier, you can take it off and then you're absolutely fine. So stop telling bloody lies out there, please. It's not true. Yeah, what a fantastic thing. To this day, I'm in love with it. Like I said, I've got history with this machine that is very, very dear to my heart. That is why I love it so dearly. But yeah, did you own one? Are you one of the half a dozen people? No, I'm joking. Are you one of the very few people that owned one of these back in the day? Did you go to Argos and purchase this like I did, or did you slip into John Lewis and bag yourself one there instead? Are you in the States? Do you remember the pop-up arcade bits that came? You know, you could play them there, you could buy them there. They used to pop up in all sorts of malls and what have you around the States. Yeah, let me know your history with the Gizmondo if you have one in the comments. I love to read your comments, you know that. And with that, guys, I'm going to wrap it up and I'm going to say goodbye. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette.